Will Pulse fill up? Yes. If it accrues so much value and gets so many users, yeah, the fees will go up and you'll just get really, really rich holding Pulse watching. Oh no, more really, really rich people. Like, you can't, here's the thing. You cannot force a free market to keep things cheap, because then crappy use cases that aren't valuable will outbid useful and valuable use cases. And do you want your chain with limited capacity to be filled up with crap? No, you don't want your chain filled up with crap. You want it filled up with nice, good things. Well, then how do you know what the difference between nice and crap is? By bidding. And the people that see more value in the chain pay more to use the chain. And then your limited resource chain, through the bidding mechanism, is filled with the most valuable things that people can fill it with. And so this like socialist USSR decree that, oh, we're just going to have cheap fees forever, it doesn't work, because there's a finite amount of space and you have to allocate it to certain users. And who should you allocate it to? Those that can most afford it, because they're bidding with their money for how valuable the transaction is. So the solution to a limited resource isn't to screw around with the pricing. The solution to a limited resource is to create more of the resource. So the Ethereum chain is full. Great. Well, we're going to make one with 4 times more throughput, and it won't be full. It'll be empty, and let's go fill it up.
Hey everybody, and welcome back. Pulsechain shocks Granny to FOMO buy. And of course, there we go. We're going to get into why Granny is so excited about Pulsechain. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's get into it. We're going to get straight into it. We've got so much to talk about. We've had some unfortunate news, but we've had lots of good news on Pulsechain over the last 24 hours. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about 404 contracts. They're all the rage now. And of course, they jumped on Ethereum. Now they're on Pulsechain as well, so that's huge. The combination of a PRC20 and a 721 contract NFTs together are really, really cool. And of course, that adds that extra liquidity side to the NFTs. So super bullish, and all the craze right now making mad gains on those PRC 404 contracts or ERC 404 contracts on Ethereum. So exciting times. Now, unfortunately, we also had the rug pull of a Beetroot, the privacy hub. That leaves us with one privacy coin now, KZKX, I think it is. And so that's the Tornado Cash Fork. So unfortunate news about the Beetroot. We've got a bit of a warning too about that too coming up. So stay tuned for that. Do keep away from any of the remaining anything social media or connecting features and like that. We're going to talk more about that later on. So that is unfortunate on that one. Let us get into it. We got Lights Beneath the Truth here. Hello, how are you today? Good to see you. The ultimate golden strategy, Hex, EX, PLS, PLS6, incentive for the win, 100%. That is it, and keep it in your wallet. Seems to be a good lesson, right? Keep that stuff in your wallet there. We got Wookie in the house there. Hey, Wookie, good to see you. Charity Dunning as well. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Good to see you, Charity. Solid in the house there. Hello, Hex Token and all. Good to see you, Solid. D Tucker in the house there. Let the games begin, indeed. They are ramping up, that's for sure. Now, I do have a poll in at the moment, so if you could fill out that poll, very important. I'm data collecting there. The poll is, did you get a video notification for this live stream? Typically, I do my video titles, not too far, maybe an hour or two before the actual live stream. I want to know whether you're getting notifications. Obviously, I put this in really early from yesterday. So the video has been up for quite a while in terms of the fact that it was going to be on. So if you did get a notification, if you could fill out that poll, it'd be really, really useful. That'd be cool. What else there? We got Magnus in the house there. Hey, Superman. Good to see you, Magnus. Welcome to the chat. Always good. And Pumpkin Ale as well. Hoot, hoot. Good to see you, Pumpkin Ale. Oh, wow, wow, wow. We got some record-breaking things happening at the moment on stock market and the crypto market. Everything is looking good. And Pulsechain as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Brennan says, why is Granny so shocked? Well, you're going to find out. Just keep watching. Granny is so shocked to FOMO buy, and everything is looking so green. Let's get into it. All right. Nice one there, Brennan. Appreciate your input there. All right. So what do we got there? The stock market, man. Look at this. S&P 500 closes above 5,000 on the index for the first time as tech powers ahead. We're in record-breaking territory, folks, and crypto's looking good. So stock market at the moment, Dow Jones is at down 54 points to 38,671, but the S&P 500 is up 28 points to 5,026, a new all-time record. And let's look at the max chart. We can see that. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So the previous high was back here in December 21, but look at it now. We are rocketing here. All-time high over 5,000 for the first time. That's record-breaking. Nasdaq is up 1.25%, and that is up almost 197 points to 15,990. And we've also got all-time highs on the Nasdaq as well, which was kind of the last one to fall there. But man, look at that. That is incredible. So all the markets looking pretty good. US dollar down slightly at 103.95. Let's jump to commodities. Commodities at the moment, West Texas is at $76.60 a barrel. Brent oil is at $82 a barrel. Those are both up about 0.5%. Gold at the moment, 2,038. That's down just 0.5%. And silver at $22.67. That is up slightly there, 0.15% there. Is silver at $2.60, $22.67. And we've got a little bit of news around this, of course. One of the things I just want to highlight is part of the tech companies that are rallying. It turns out that AI is really the chip companies and AI companies are really getting a lot of focus and attention. Apparently, this is from Jay Polinsky here. It says we are in innings one of the AI revolution that is going to touch everyone and everything. One that every major company has to contemplate how it will or is affecting its business today and in the near future. Now, obviously, crypto is naturally aligned with that. We have a lot of crypto projects that are around AI, and so we'll probably be doing more coverage of that in our Strategy Club. If you haven't joined Strategy Club, while we're doing that, I will be having a session on Strategy Club in about 3 hours or so, 3 hours or so. So we're going to be not talking about AI this time, but definitely on another session. So AI projects definitely could that theme will be a big theme on crypto as well. Inflation continues to trend lower. A revised print of the U.S. Consumer Price Index data showed that the annualized rate of inflation as the fourth quarter was unchanged at 3.3%, suggesting that an easing in the price pressures throughout last year is still intact. So that's good news. We are looking for that Fed pivot, right? The revisions, however, are unlikely to alter the Fed's course on rates. Scotia Bank Economics said as a very strong U.S. economy and job market plus rising global transportation costs among the factors that are keeping the Fed cautious. But we are expecting, rates up higher for longer. I think maybe we'll get a pivot in June. That's kind of the play there. Possibly in May, but I think it's probably going to end up June. That is kind of the take at this stage. Next meeting for the Fed, of course, is coming up in about 5 weeks there. There we are, 5 weeks. 4 days and 18 hours away. 20th of March. So put that in your calendar. 2 p.m. Eastern time is the next Fed meeting. And as you can see in March, expecting a no change in the federal funds rate. We're still sitting at 5.5. It does look like it will be the terminal rate though. And May the 1st there, look at that. Was the next one after that. Still expecting, 60% of the market is expecting a pivot then. Like I say, that's possibly the earliest, but I do think June's probably the more likely one there. And we're expecting pretty much 92.2% of the market expecting a pivot. So far June looks like the prime candidate for that, which would be good news, right? That'd be after the Ethereum ETFs. So that's kind of the play there on stock market and commodities and the Fed. All that. How about that? That's pretty cool. Let's jump into Bitcoin though. Man, oh man, oh man, isn't it looking good? Bitcoin at $47,195, up 4%. But here's the interesting thing. Bitcoin dominance continuing to climb, 51.07% there. So it's continued to climb back up. Obviously, we're looking for that traditional relationship between Bitcoin goes, it's kind of like the ocean, and then all the altcoins go, right? And Ethereum should be a good leader in that. And all the altcoins are like ships on the ocean. That's the way I like to look at it. And so Ethereum there, maybe one of what's the Destiny of the Seas or whatever those big tourist ships are? Is that Ethereum? Anyway, so it's at 2,492, up by 2.87% there. So a nice strong jump in Ethereum. So everything is looking really, really solid for Ethereum. And of course, we talked about this the other day with the Chinese New Year and how from the 10th, typically for about 10 days or so 10th to the 20th, we get typically a big rally in crypto anyway. So everything's just lining up. The stars are lining there for a very big rally. Obviously, we're looking at targeting 48K. and maybe 52K by March with some of the numbers. But hey, look, we could overshoot all those at the moment. Looking very, very good on BTC here. All right. Everything else looking pretty good. AVAX standing out there at the moment. It's up 8% there, $38. You can see some others there. Optimism is up 5% there. So yeah, it's doing some nice little moves there. Some of the other tokens, but let's jump straight into a Bitcoin. Bitcoin here at the moment. Let's get rid of the overlays. And Bitcoin, look at that. That's a 50 moving average there on the yellow. Just absolutely just pummeling it up there. And man, look, the last time we had our high in that rally for the Bitcoin ETF back on the 11th of January there, we got up to 49,102. So far today, we've been to 48,230. So we're not far away from that either. And currently at 47,178 on Bitcoin. So looking really, really good is the old Bitcoin there. And of course, as you guys know, if we bring back the overlays, we've got Bitcoin halving coming up 17th of April approximately. And look at that. That is ticking away. We're getting down almost to 2 months, 67 days. So closing in on 2 months there as we get closer and closer. So that is looking very, very good. Let's jump over to Ethereum. Ethereum at the moment is looking great as well. We've smashed the 50 EMA as well on the yellow. So 50 moving average on the daily. And last time we got a high there, remember, was back at 2017, back on the 12th of January. Slightly lagged there after Bitcoin. And at the moment, we've also been lagged moving over the 50-day moving average there. And we had quite a bit of resistance, but now it's up and away. So far, the high of the day, $2,524. We're currently at $2,488. Looking very strong. As you guys know, Proto sharding is on the final testnet. Yeah, we'll hopefully get a time for the launch, but I think it's going to be in March for the mainnet for Proto sharding. That's particularly bullish for Optimism and Arbitrum. So those are two leverage plays you could get into. We saw obviously Optimism already kicking it today up 5%. So definitely, if you want to try and outdo Ethereum, then Optimism and Arbitrum could be a nice play on there. Obviously not financial advice, just a logical beneficiary of Proto sharding. And of course, that brings on blobs and temporary data and all that sort of stuff. And something like 90% cheaper on the costs. So super good for the second layer protocols there. That is pretty much it at the moment. And yeah, then of course in May we may have, so back out here in May, we may have the Ethereum ETFs get approved. There's 7 or more of those, and that's super bullish. So far we see Bitcoin picking up pace with the Bitcoin ETFs, and so things are looking really good, man. So what have we got there? March Proto sharding on Ethereum, April Bitcoin halving, May the Ethereum ETFs get approved most likely, and so that's a bit more riskier than the Bitcoin ETFs, of course. Then maybe by June we have an interest rate pivot. Man, it's looking good, isn't it? And at the moment we're coming into that Chinese New Year phase, which is typically bullish for 10 days. Man, it's so good to be in crypto. Now, talking about Ethereum as well, not only have you got the Proto sharding and of course the Ethereum ETFs in play, you've also got the new standard that has been launched, ERC 404, and this is a new contract type. Obviously, typically we talk about ERC 20s on Ethereum, which is the tokens, and ERC 721s, which is the NFTs typically used. There's also obviously in a popular one is also ERC 1155s, but here we have is a new standard for contracts on Ethereum, ERC 404, and again steam here. First token skyrockets 12,000% in days, and of course that one was Pandora. So Pandora, the first asset under an experimental Ethereum standard dubbed ERC 404, pumped some 12,000% in less than a week on the back of hype and speculation around the new development. The asset opened trading around $250 on February the 3rd, so this is hot off the press, and grew to over $30,000 per token. Is that insane in the brain? So there we go. By February the 9th, per DexPool's data, and the token has attracted $80 million in trading volume in 24 hours and had a supply of 8,000 coins. So pretty crazy stuff. Due to its initial success, Binance and OKX exchanges activated support for ERC 404 assets on their Web3 wallet services, further bolstering attention paid to the emerging standard. Other developing teams behind tokens like Monarch and Defrogs have also bought into the hype, fielding tokens built with the standard and even allocating a portion of supply to Pandora holders. So, what stays in there, so they just keep winning. So there's Binance, their new update. Binance Web3 wallet now supports ERC 404 tokens. And of course, pretty much, I'm not going to go into the full explanation of them, but essentially it is like the combination between ERC20 and ERC 721 there, and it actually helps provide NFT, the 721 contract designs, non-fungible tokens with liquidity that way, right? It's kind of matching it with token liquidity. So it's pretty cool like that. But yeah, really nice stuff happening there. And of course, that's now on Pulsechain. And of course, our very own Maximus team, Dipcatcher, the developer for that, he was the first one to get that launched on Pulsechain. And a couple other teams are following in quickly behind on Pulsechain. We're going to talk about that coming up with some of the good news on Pulsechain there. So looking pretty good. In the meantime, of course, we're going to jump to Pulsechain updates. We've got a few things to talk about there. Before we do though, let's catch up on the chat, see where else is jumped in. Steve Wright's in the house there. Hey, Steve Wright. Hello, texting from New York. Big shout out to you there in New York. And D-Huck Tucker as well. Stock marketing blazing is great for those of us over 50 who have been in it forever, says D Tucker. Nice, that is true. Stock market up, RH products up. This is going to be a great year, says D Tucker. Absolutely. Hey, we've got InvestX in the house there. What's up, everybody? What's up, legend? Hey, always a pleasure to have InvestX in the house. If you haven't checked out InvestX, it is the #1 workstation on Pulsechain and an incredible site. So big shout out to you. Check it out today. Eddie in house there. Woo! Strap up and hold on. Pulsechain rocking in the moon. Yeah, it is rocking in. We're about to talk about that in full. We got Sandy Beach, an influencer in the space as well. Hello, Hex Token, everybody. I made it. Yay, says Sandy Beach. Always a pleasure. Now, Sandy Beach has been running this press up fitness thing, and we've had people in our Discord get into that, especially Jonah has been posting the videos in the non-crypto chat. And what's he up to? 35 press ups a day or something. Doing really well as Jonah. Very cool indeed. So check out Sandy Beach if you want to do the health, the fitness, and the Pulsechain and X community. Big shout out. All right, let's get back into it. We've got to talk about Pulsechain. Now, Richard posted this. This is just hot off the press. It's rumored that the zero fee free bridge holiday might come to an end very soon, or quite soon. So just remember that. So at the moment, over the holiday period, it's been 0% fee. So 0 fees there on the Pulsechain bridge, been really good. But this looks like it may end up soon. So just take that into account. So this was posted an hour and 45 minutes ago or so. So yeah, just important to remember that. That is from Richard Art, that the official Pulsechain bridge fee was probably going to come to an end soon. Now, of course, there are alternatives to the bridge. Now, the bridge is always going to be great, but there are alternatives, and one of those alternatives is the Coast fiat on-ramp to Pulsechain. Up to 99 countries can now use that at the moment. And of course, you can use Brian's link in the video description and get 5,000 weight tokens as a bonus if you sign up using that link. That's Brian's, our community leader. Bridging assets to Pulsechain currently costs about $37. This is at time of writing, of course. This prices out thousands of users who are getting eaten up by fees, but luckily you have alternatives, #Coast there. So you can use Coast. There's links in the video description. You can directly on-ramp fiat onto Pulsechain there. Now you can do swaps directly on the Coast platform, or you can obviously issue stablecoin CST and start buying, swapping through and buying through CST, and maybe use a DEX aggregator like Patias or something like that. So that is kind of the play there. So yep, the fee looks like it's going to be ending soon, but that was pretty cool from Richard. So big shout out for that. I'm just going to repost that, of course. And he put this other one out too, didn't he? Let me just jump through here. So he put this one out a bit earlier as well. Bridge fee is currently free. If you don't already have native Pulse, you could get Pulse, of course, on Ethereum, which when bridged to Pulsechain becomes native Pulse. Now there are some faucets. I think GoPulse has a faucet. What's the other one? Has a CoinList, Pulse CoinList has a faucet. So if you do need Wrap Pulse, you can get it through there. And I believe that they give you that via using the bridge. So you can check out Pulse CoinList or GoPulse. They do have a fiat. If you don't have any Wrap Pulse or you want to recommend somebody, you can use those sites. We've got those sites in our useful links in the Discord. But once again, you can check those out if maybe someone else you're onboarding needs Wrap Pulse or something. You can get that. Which when bridged to Pulsechain becomes native Pulse. When you've got the gas to swap in the millions of liquidity on the Pulsechain side with whatever else you use, else you bridged in like DAI, ETH, Wrap Bitcoin or anything else, you don't need much Pulse for gas since it's 10,000x more affordable than ETH lately. So Pulse liquidity is far thicker on Pulsechain than it is on Ethereum, of course. So that was from Richard there. Free fee means no fees. Bridge fee equals 0%. It's rumored that this free bridge holiday may come to an end quite soon. So that is coming to an end quite soon. But like I say, you could go to GoPulse. I think they still got the force it up. But in any case, Pulse Coin List, I'm pretty sure they got theirs up. So you can use either of those two, which is pretty cool. If you want any info, get into our Discord. We do have a crypto helpline in our Discord. I think we're the only ones with one for sure. And you can get in there and we can help you out there in our Discord. That's kind of cool. All right. I think that's it from Richard. That brings us into the Pulsechain results for day 273. And of course, we are looking good. This is why Granny is FOMO buying. Because things are just looking so good. Stock market looking good. The news flow for the first 6 months of this year is looking great. And crypto is starting to run. And of course, Pulsechain is looking set for a huge success. Big X's potential in front of us. And potentially the best relativity play for a chain out there with, modest probability, modest risk taking. So it's kind of cool. So Pulse at the moment, 000131, up 7%, 31% above the mean sacrifice price. Pulse X at the moment, 000528, up 6% above the mean, 6% up today, sorry. Sitting at 53% of the mean sacrifice price. There's still a lot of upside potentiality just to that particular target. But the buy and burn continues to impress. 695 billion and 707 million tokens burned so far. 3.4% of the public supply is gone forever. The incentive token at the moment up 3.63%, having a cool-off day today. Typically, we've been seeing the incentive token outperform, haven't we? And of course, even beating out the others. But the ratio is only at 21,800 today. Is it going to have another rebound? We will see. At the moment, that is actually the worst performer, which is pretty interesting. That ratio to Pulse, they're holding it back from glory. But we have hit 24 million in total supply. Rounded we have. So we're still going at 23.5 million incentive tokens. So we've still got a way to go there. And I'll get rid of that. Oh no, not disappeared there. Let me refresh the browser to get rid of that. Anyway, see the rounding. The round is really tricky. So we're sitting at 23.5 million in supply at the moment. 118,000 incentive tokens burned through a TRH game. We're waiting for version 4, remember, to come out. I'm sure that can't be too far away. Hex at the moment, there's PHEX is up 7% there, 1.65%. Now, in fact, PHEX is the best performer today. So what? I don't know. But it's been the laggard, hasn't it? It's been lagging behind the old Hex. As I said to you, once we get over that 3-cent resistance, man, you watch out for Hex. Big runaway, I think. It's going to start happening after that. It's going to make big step changes. At the moment, EHEX at the moment is at 85 of a penny. Combined price of EHEX and PHEX is at 2.49 cents, so basically 2.5 cents. We're pretty much sitting down at around 2.25 cents. We're at 2.5, but man, we really want to break that 3 cent and then come back and test it and then run away. Something like that is the play there. So Hex looking pretty good. Let's jump to the charts. Look at that chart. They're looking really, really nice on the old Pulse. That breakout starting to happen there and up and away, right? We could really fly with our little flagpole here and up we will go. So looking really bullish is this chart. And we're well above the 50 EMA here moving forward. So looking good and expecting that to continue to rally. On the daily, we have got the RSI at 64, so it's not overbought at all. So got plenty of room to move. And looking very, very nice indeed. On the weekly, let's have a look at the weekly here. Yeah, the RSI very cool at 58. And we've got this nice little move high here on the weekly. So looking really, really strong. We've been looking for this MACD cross as well. That's starting to get there. So everything's looking pretty bullish for Pulsechain, folks. And we could expect some big moves in the price here. Way big moves. So all right, let's move on to Pulse X. Pulse X looking pretty similar here. Even got a higher low, and man, this is looking good for the breakout as well. So quadruple 053, and the RSI at the moment is sitting at 62. So we're on the move. And same token there as well, $2.86. The ratio there to Pulse is being held back there. Probably, just bounced off resistance, right? We've had resistance at 24,000, and we've just bounced back down 21,800, but probably zigzag back up is probably what happened there. And that is in 7 token there. PHEX, of course, looking pretty good. Now, you guys know, we talked about this the other day. We had this bearish cross on the EMA cross here. This is printed across, and that was a bearish one as we had the 8-day cross below the 21-day. And so that way we've ended up minting a bullish cross. I said it looks like it's going to be a fake out. It's turned out to be a fake out. Isn't that cool? So we've got a bullish cross here, which has got a much bigger probability of being a bullish move to the upside rather than being another fake out. So that is looking really, really good. So go PHEX, man. I believe in you. And here we are at 55 on the RSI. Heaps of room to move on the daily. And we're getting the MACD there starting to cross as well. So looking good is the old PHEX there. Is it going to lead the way? Is it going to lead the way of all the coins? Well, EHEX is promising too. EHEX there, look at that. Big move down here. The weaker one, right? It's the weakest out of them all. And a big, strong move there. Put it back into good position. We haven't minted. We had a bearish cross down here. Man, it's short. It was pretty short-lived. And looks like probably, if not by today, because today we've got 4 minutes left in today's candle. Then maybe by today or tomorrow we'll have that bullish cross there reminted. So very short-lived, that one, and off to the races. So looking pretty good. We're only chilled. Look at us, 53 on the RSI. So we've got heaps of room to move to the upside there. So looking pretty good. Now let's come back over to the we're going to jump over to the validators and have a look at that. See where we are. We're at 52,783 validators at the moment. 1.69 trillion off the market. That is Pulse off the market. Let's have a look at the gas prices. Yeah, gas prices pretty modest, man. 182,000 beats. And of course, only 9/10 of a penny to do a Pulsex swap. 500th of a penny to do a Pulse coin transfer, and 2/10 of a penny to do a PSC transfer. So super cheap and super fast on Pulsechain. We're 4,167 times cheaper than Ethereum. It is $35 to do a swap on Ethereum right now, but it is only 9/10 of a penny to do one on Pulsex. So it's less than a cent on Pulsex, but it's $35.45 to do a swap on Ethereum. And we're not even in the bull market, if you know what I mean, like the full bull market where this number will go up to hundreds of dollars. So at the moment, Bitcoin there, 5,385 times cheaper than Bitcoin. Kind of cool. Yeah, very cool. That's pretty much it. Let's jump over to the bridge and see how much value is coming in. How we're looking there, 128.5 million. Yeah, lots of money coming over the bridge there, folks. 128. This is the highest one I've seen for a while. Man, $128.5 million. So we've got that money coming in. Keep watching this number. This is very, very bullish. We're up, about $3-4 million from yesterday. That is looking very, very good indeed. Lock percentage of coins also looking nicely there between validators and liquid loans and other different protocols. We've got a ton of Pulse off the market. Almost 2.9 trillion off the market there from the looks of it. If I'm reading that rightly. Yeah, 2.9 trillion is the total. So how about that off the market? That's versus, say, around 16 trillion. So looking really good there. Let's do some quick math on that, shall we? 2.9 divided by approximately 16. I don't know the exact number, but that's kind of 18.1%. How about that? It's off the market there for Pulse. Looking pretty good. Now, we did have some breaking news, of course. Now, we're going to talk about the good news. So the good news here, we're going to talk about that. Before we do, though, let's get rid of the bad news first. The bad news, of course, Beetroot, right? Beetroot, a rug pull. And if you still have a link, this is from Stewman, if you still have a link to the Beetroot Telegram chat, do not click the wallet link, connect link in the welcome message. So do not click the wallet connect link in the welcome message. It will drain your funds. So be careful. That's why I said just keep away from it as well. That's the best play there, Beetroot. Unfortunately, Privacy Hub, which has been around for months and building out lots of different things, has been pretty much rugged. All the social media has been pulled down, all that sort of stuff there. The only thing that's trading, of course, is the price. Let's have a quick look at the price quickly, just before we move on from this unfortunate event, which does happen in crypto. It's just the way it goes. Let's see. Let's go to the Pulsechain projects, and we're going to look for the worst coins because that's what they will be. Yeah, we've got Beat and Sweet are the worst two coins. Beetroot there, the main one there, is down. Obviously, getting sold off. So at the moment. So obviously it's up to you what you do, but if you do hold Beetroot, then typically the best thing is just to sell it and move on while you can, while there's still liquidity. 48K. Now, sometimes these things can just keep trading. It's just crypto for you. But once again, there's 48K liquidity there, and it's likely to just keep sold down So probably the best thing to do there. Now the other one there is also Sweet Token. That was the reward from Sugar Beet. That's where people put in a lot of Richard Hart tokens, unfortunately. And of course, I'm not sure the status of those. Probably all got captured. But at the moment, this also got sold off pretty much. It's down at quadruple 0124, 3K liquidity, and not much liquidity in there anyway. But that is it at the moment. So there we go. And that is a bit of a warning there. And just a warning from Stu Man, if you still have a link to the Beetroot Telegram chat, do not click the wallet connect link in the welcome message. It will drain your funds. Be careful there. So some unfortunate news, but we also have some very good news. And that is, as I said to you, those ERC 404 contracts, the new ones that are on Ethereum and absolutely rallying since the 2nd of February, are now also on Pulsechain. And here is the first one. Gophers here. This is the first one here from, let me just go to the hourly chart. This is the first one here from Dipcatcher, the developer of Maximus. And of course, Maximus is a whole ton of second layer products on top of Hex, put on top of Hex. He has launched Gophers here, and very exciting. So Gophers liquidity pool is now finally deployed on Pulsechain. He had a few issues there getting that on Pulsechain. He had launched it on Ethereum. It was already rocketing, went up to like $880 last time I saw it yesterday. And now, of course, he has a new contract for Gophers. And, of course, that is 41CB there. And don't get scammed, of course, with anybody else that's trying to, follows Dipcatcher, and then they put up a scam coin. You got to be careful of those kind of guys. But that was good news from Dipcatcher and doing some amazing stuff on the market there. And you can see the price now is up at $773 on the Pulsechain side. So looking really good. We were watching this yesterday. I think the guys in the Discord were in there as early as, I can't remember what they said now, $420 something. And they watched it all the way up there to 773. So an easy 2x there from the start point here on the first hour. An easy almost 2x on that one. So looking pretty good. And the cool thing about this, of course, is that it has a token. But if you buy 1 unit, so let's have a look at these trades. If you have at least 1 unit of Gophers, it will then issue you a NFT. And they're cute little NFTs. And in fact, you can find them on Pulse Market at the moment. Pulse Market, one of the about 6 NFT marketplaces. Congrats on the first known ERC 404 contract on Pulsechain, verified on Pulse Market there. And you can see the pictures of the Gophers. If you end up buying at least 1 Gopher token on the market there, you will end up getting a NFT issued. There are 6 different types that you can get, which is pretty cool. So we can have a look at that on Pulse Market. Let's go have a look on the secondary market, of course. We can see them trading. This is the first 404 contract. Pretty neat. And well done to Dipcatcher and Gold Key for getting these up. And people can trade them now. I'm pretty much waiting for them to render, but we'll just leave that for a minute and come back. Oh, there we go. So there are all the Gophers there. These are the NFT representations. Remember, I said you 404 contracts are a combination between the PRC20 token and a PRC 751 token. And so they're combined to get it there. And if you buy 1, obviously if you burn it, it goes the other way. So if you sell your token, something like that. So that is kind of the play there at the moment. So let's have a look at a couple of links here on Maximus. They put out some good stuff here. He's got lots of updates. I'm not going to go through all these updates because there's quite a lot of stuff. If you want to find out all the information on Gophers, go to Dipcatcher. I'll post the link in the chat there if you want to find out all the details, but I will not, I'm not going to read them all. Gophers, PRC 404. And you can find out information here on those. Bam. Brennan says he watched Gophers from $220 and need a VPN if you're outside of America to purchase, just to let you know there. But that is the link to more information if you want to get the details. Now, since the Gophers contract is, he goes on to lots of stuff. I don't want to go through all those details, but it's got lots of information you should read if you're going to participate. Obviously, it already has rallied quite a bit. Just take that into account. 8 hours ago, it says combined 2.7 million trading volume between e-Gophers. It's the ones on Ethereum, and P-Gophers. It's the ones that he launched on Pulsechain, and he launched on both chains. And of course, in less than a day, plenty of liquidity. Obviously, hugely done. Pandora did extremely well, and so Dipcatcher's been a very fast mover on that and got these up and running as well. So kind of cool. with a lot of stuff. I'm just looking through some of these. Now you can, all the information you can do on Hedron Pro if you want to swap, you want to buy and sell. You do need Rat Pulse, just to let you know, and you can use this front end here, this Hedron.pro one, to do the swapping there. So you do need Rat Pulse, see the W there, not just the Pulse coin, and go for this pair. So for people having trouble swapping on P, go first. And a lot of people were having trouble. Use this link to connect to Pulsechain, and it should populate for you. This is the link there, copy and paste. So that is the key one there if you want to participate in that, remember. So yeah, use Rat Pulse, not Pulse there. So kind of cool. And that is the link, of course. Go to .hedron.pro to use the swapping to do that. 13 hours ago on Ethereum has had a stellar first day in liquidity pools. So you can buy these on Ethereum as well. 546 buys versus 75 sells. That was 13 hours ago, so it's way up above that now. In fact, we'll have a quick look at the Ethereum version as well while we're here. What's it had? 3.7 million liquidity, 2.1 million in tradable volume, and you can see the price. Others on the Pulsechain side. I thought it was going to be the Ethereum link. That's the Pulsechain one. Is this the is that Ethereum? No, that's Pulsechain too. So you know, there's lots of stuff you can read, right? So you can go through all that. If you want to go from the start, and you can find all the details there. Yeah, so I'm just trying to find these first ones here. So when he launched it, yeah, it's one of these ones he launched it. Yeah, you can go back and have a look at that. But big deal, right? So kind of cool, and doing very well at the moment. $776 almost went to convergence with the Ethereum price, so that was kind of cool. As well. Now, there's not the only one. This is not the only one launched, right? So quickly following Dipcatcher's launch of the first PRC 404 contract, and of course, which he launched on Ethereum as well, was the 9mm team. So 9mm team, they introduced a new PRC 404 contract as well, HOAX, and of course, it's ERC 404 tokens down on Pulsechain. It's a new standard that has both properties of an ERC20 NFT and a PRC20 tokens. Tokens apply 999, so very limited. If you buy one Hoax X, one NFT representing that position will be minted to your wallet. That is the picture there. So that is from another team, 9M, of course, which has got their own NFT marketplace, one of the 6 NFT marketplaces, as well as their own DEX as well. So it's kind of cool. And they've got lots of details about that as well, so you can read all about it before you participate if you want to so choose. But we've got a little look at that. So let's go to our charts here and have a look at I've got a new category for PRC 404s. At the moment, I've got 2 in here. Now there is another project out there as well talking about doing a 404, and there are pretty heaps more. It's going to be heaps more. Yeah, I didn't talk about the other project because I don't know who they are, whereas I know who these 2 are, right? So didn't want to promote another PRC 404 contract that I don't know the team, right? So there we are. But at the moment, Hoax is doing pretty well. So let's go have a look at Hoax. $1,756 on this particular one, and man, look at that. So let's go to the hourly chart here just to give you an idea of the hourly, and up and away. Look at that, really bolted there from $898 there. Opening price $26 apparently, and off to the races after that. So up 6,588% in the 24 hours. And once again, you'll need to buy at least one Hoax token there, but that is from 9mm marketplace there. So congratulations to them. You can see some of the artwork there, pretty basic compared to the cool stuff from Dipcatcher, but nevertheless, there we go. If you decide to sell, the NFT is burned and it becomes an ERC20, which you can trade on a DEX. You can buy less than one on a DEX. Benefits, makes non-fungible fungible, fractional ownership. No, it's a new standard which has not stood the test of time. That's important to know. Hoax X is 100% speculative, trade at your own risk. There's a new meta and we are here for it. Liquidity is on 9mm V3 DEX, so that is on 9mm. And of course, you can see the price there. So once again, do your due diligence, not financial advice. We're just covering this. As you guys know, I'm trying to cover virtually everything on Pulsechain as it launches and as it goes. But it's great news, isn't it? Isn't that fast to get that up? This is our developers on Pulsechain, right? It's so fast to get these things up and running. Pretty cool. And we've got the NFT marketplaces, at least 2 NFT marketplaces supporting this already. So kind of bullish there as well. So that is pretty good news. Hope you guys enjoyed that. 404s alive and we're kicking. There'll be heaps of teams pumping up with the 404 contracts. You watch the space. after these big pumps. Innovation and teams follow the bullishness. I will post a link to 9mm Pro. I'll post a link to this one if you want to check this one out too. Bam, let me just 9mm Hoax PRC 404. And if you want to find more details, was it buyer beware? Caveat emptor, is it? Yeah, buyer beware. That's what I'm saying. It has already rallied quite a bit. Just take that into account, right? I'm just reviewing it because it's new, which is cool. So that's 9M. The other thing I want to talk about was PUX. So PUX has been having some issues. Obviously, PUX is a fork of, let me just think, PUX forks of balancer on Pulsechain, and they're having some issues. We had some issues with Alex McFurter with his data going down for his subgraphs. So the data realized. But for your information, PUX says there's an issue with the official Pulsechain subgraph. So the official one subgraph, which the PUX UI user interface relies on. As always, we have a workaround until this normalizes. There's a backup.pux.io site there, backup to pux.io site. This version cut official subgraphs off so you can see pools and make transactions at least. But a lot of stuff such as stats on pools, gauges, APRs will be incorrect. So just take that into account. I know many of you are participating on PUX. Important to know that, right? So I don't know that they've had any updates since they posted that. But that was 1 hour ago, so that's hot off the press, folks, as we're trying to get you the latest information, obviously. So just take that into account. If you want to find out more information, you can hit the team up on their X profile. That is it there. So kind of cool. All right, looking good there. So that's PUX, and of course, as you guys know, PUX is huge. One of the top protocols. Hopefully, that one's going to work there. So this is one of the backup sites, and you'll be able to see the pools, no doubt. Let me just, let's go to dark mode. Up and running. So if you are having issues, that is the reason why. So that was only an hour ago. So there we go. That should populate in due course. So that is from PUX. So that is pretty much it at the moment. So a little bit of a techno update. That's going to lead us into, there we go. They're all populating there, so it's not bad. And Hex.com. We're going to get into that. We're 42 minutes in the hour. Man, I'm so fast today. It's crazy. So let's get into a couple of these other things. Let me see here. What do we got to here? DX in the house there. What's up, Hexkins, Pulsexkins? Long time no see. Hey, good to see you, DX. Welcome to the chat. Let me see who else is in here. Solid says Go Pulse Faucet has been closed. Okay, since about a week ago, I believe. Yeah. So let's bring up Pulse Coin List then, because that's the other one, right? And that will probably become even more in demand. Let me just see here. So if we go to Pulse Coin List and we go to Tools, free Pulse bot. So there we are. Get free Pulse when you bridge over to Pulsechain. So that is the link there if you guys want to, if you need to use it. Obviously, if many of you won't have to, because a lot of you are full-on pros on Pulsechain. But if you are wanting to onboard people or something like that, then definitely consider using that link. So that is the link there for the Pulse Fiat bridge there on Pulse Coin List, which is one of our best information sites, right, for Pulsechain. So kind of cool. Right, what else do we get up to? We got Get Hex in the house there. Good morning, Hex Token family. Good morning to you. 0% fee for closing soon as well, says Brennan. Indeed. Tintop in the house as well. Hey, what's up, Tintop? What's up, Tintop? Good to see you. Welcome. Brennan says watch Gophers from 2220. Yeah, I think we talked about that. So I'll jump through that one as well. That's Sandy Beach's workout post. If you want to get involved with that, then definitely join up with Sandy Beach there on X profile. Workout post above. Thanks, guys. I'm finding over 3,500 followers. Thank you all. Hey, well done to you, Sandy Beach. Doing an amazing job out there. What's up, Hexkins from Check My Pulse? Good to see you, Check My Pulse. Big shout out to you as always. Property viewer in the house there. Great show. Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate that feedback. Check My Pulse says a great job covering all the different things on Pulsechain, man. Appreciate all the effort and time you sacrifice for all of us. Legend says Check My Pulse. Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate that as well. Fast Abdul in the house there. Let's talk Ben. Yeah, Ben. Well, we talked about that yesterday, Fast Abdul. So you might have missed that one, but we full on talked about Ben. Was yesterday. I think pretty sure it was yesterday. Wookie in the house there. Hey. Good to see you, Wookie. And Blobfish King as well. With the emojis looking so good. All right. Let me just jump past to that. And I don't know if we've got the Hex Day stats out. We're so early today. It's crazy. What we might do is talk about yesterday's numbers because they are out. So let's do that. Now, you can obviously buy Hex on Ethereum or Pulsechain. You can burn your Hex for T-shares and start mining more Hex. That's pretty much the idea. Just like a CD miner, as we call it. And yeah, get into it. So we're going to talk about yesterday's results. It's not the results that just finished for today, but yesterday's results. So we ended up having 6.84 Hex per T-share. So that's the amount of Hex you get. And the price was down slightly on Hex yesterday, 2.8%. That's for the 8th of February. We're waiting for the results for day, the 9th of February there. So yeah, we're waiting for day 1530. At the moment, of course, they'll be out in the next sort of 20 minutes or so. Pulsechain yesterday, we had the results out there for the 8th of February as well. The price was up slightly, 0.2% at 1.5 cents, but the payout pretty similar to the Ethereum payout, 6.87 Hex per T-share there yesterday. And I noticed we did have a jump in the share rate there, and also on Ethereum there, so the share rate has gone up a little bit, which means you need a bit more Hex to get a spot T-share. That's pretty much it on there. I think how are the penalties? Pretty low. Penalties are pretty low yesterday, so not a lot of action there. So we'll cover. I'm probably going to start the show a bit later so that we get the results when they finish. Otherwise, it's still probably another 20 minutes away. Who knows? 10 minutes. That is the results there. Looking pretty good. Now, if you haven't joined our Discord, Discord is $5 a month, 16 cents a day. You get all the information. You get the chat about strategies and intel, all sorts of stuff. You get to chat with 1,250 other members in the community. We've got 6 chat groups, including the only crypto helpline that I'm aware of. We have a lot of people get help. We've helped hundreds and hundreds of people in there. There's also audio chats and game rooms as well. And, of course, I'm in there regularly all the time. We have a comprehensive Pulsechain information and useful link site as well. So it is a great place. Now, if you want a bit more than that and you want to get into deep diving strategy on multi-chain, we also have that in our strategy room. And we've got a session on today in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So you don't want to miss that. That is going to be a lot of fun. So you can join up. That's $35 a month and get all the intel strategies and some amazing opportunities on Pulsechain and other chains like Ethereum, BNB and Polygon and others. So it is a really good place. And we've got a great bunch of people in there all sharing ideas. We get some special speakers in on a regular basis as well. So there we go. Join up today. Kind of cool. And there's Wookie's link. You want to use Wookie's link? And that is Wookie's link there. You posted on 2 different YouTube channels there, Wookie, I think. So pretty good. All right. What else there? Check my pulse is just my opinion, but anyone who would like to promote my bags, you're welcome to. Just don't be a jerk. But sometimes even that is good publicity. So check my pulse. That's pretty funny. Get in there, people. Yeah, get in there on the Discord or in the Strategy Club room. All right. So if you're in Strategy Club room, of course, you get the Discord, Pulsechain Hex Discord included. So just remember that. All right, let's jump out, and I think we're going to wrap up here. 48 minutes in the day. Check my pulse says it's nice to see the tides turning for Hex. It absolutely is. It's looking so good, and that means we're going to play a special video for that because why not? It sounds like the right video. Where's the video here? Bam, we're going to play this one here. Take care, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and let's finish the poll first though before I go. I don't want to get too quick there because that poll was important. So let me just end the poll. And boom, let's see what the results were for that before I go. Did you get a video notification for this live stream? 72% said yes, 21% said no, 6% not sure. 33 votes. I appreciate that feedback. That's a lot better than I expected, so I'm happy about that. I did set up the video, about 20 hours before the show as a test example, so kind of cool. Granny is definitely bullish about Pulsechain and FOMOing in with that, so appreciate it. Big time. I'll catch you again on the next live show. Take care, everybody. Enjoy yourself. Man, what a perfect lineup for crypto at the moment. It's just unbelievable. It really is so good. Enjoy the ride, as we say. All right, let's play out this video that I was going to play. Enjoy the magic carpet ride from Richard Hart because Granny is feeling FOMO. Granny is FOMOing into Pulsechain. Take care, everybody. Peace out. Bye for now.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.